Hey everyone, my name is Megan and this is Painted and Distressed. Today I have a fun video for you as part of my Christmas series. We're going to be making some really fun Christmas tree, winter wonderland decor pieces using mainly Dollar Tree supplies. I hope you enjoy. This first project, we're going to take this triangle shaped sign from Dollar Tree, and I am going to smooth out all the edges. And at first I was going to give it one coat or kind of make it look like wood, and so I at first went over it using burnt umber, but decided I wanted to go in a different direction. So I decided I'm going to first give it one coat of white chalk paint, and then I'm going to make it look like galvanized metal. So I am taking my Waverly chalk paint in Elephant, and I'm just stippling on the paint using just a regular old Dollar Tree sponge. And so the trick is, how I usually do it is to make the galvanized metal is I usually use 3 different shades of gray. So like a dark, a medium, and then a light. And then I go over using that same technique. So now I'm just using the medium color, which is Apple Barrel Granite Gray. And then the lightest color is going to be Apple Barrel Granite Gray. No, the Country Gray is the lightest. I'm so sorry. But the middle color was the Apple Barrel Granite Gray. Wow. And so that's also why I gave it the base coat of white, because you'll still see the white showing through as well. And so you just get the different colors and the different dimensions to make it look like galvanized metal. And then I'm going to take these little small ornaments you get from Dollar Tree and some of this fabric I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to cut out a little square and use some rubber elastics, wrap it around, and that's literally all I'm doing. I'm just going to use 3 different fabrics. And of course I'm going to cut the top a little bit just so it's not too long. And these are the smallest ornaments that Dollar Tree carries. I think you get a pack of 12 or so. And they're so cute. Now I opted to get the ones without the glitter and stuff in case I wanted to paint them as well. And but they have all different kinds. They're really cute too. So once I got all the fabric on my ornaments, I'm gonna do 4 different rows. So I'm gonna start with 4 ornaments on the bottom, 3, 2, and then 1. And so I'm going to, basically it's going to look like a Christmas tree with ornaments on it. And so then I'm just stringing them using some twine or jute rope. And then I'm just kind of positioning them. And then I flip the sign over, and there is some indentions in the sign, which makes it really easy to hide the rope and to hot glue it. And this would be really cute just with different colored ornaments as well. But I just decided to use fabric for something a little different. So I did the different rows, and then I added a little wooden star. And then I also, to get it to stand up, I used some Jenga blocks and then just wrapped it using some twine. This next project, I have this beautiful tree decor piece that I got, that Plaid actually sent to me. And oh my gosh, I was so excited because I love these things. I always see them at Hobby Lobby and, different stores like that, Home Goods. And so I just was so excited to get this. Now they do sell this piece at Walmart and in the craft section. It should be like on an end cap or something. So anyways, one of the trees I stained it using Waverly antiquing wax, and then the other tall tree I decided to paint it using folk art in the antique green, but I thought it was a little too light for the look that I was going for. I was kind of going for more of a deeper, I guess a hunter green, kind of like the background of that wrapping paper that's on my desk right there. I was going for more of that kind of green, so I just took some of the antique green color and some apple barrel burnt umber, mixed it together, and I got a darker shade that I was looking for. And then the other trees, I'm going to use some scrapbook paper. So I just took the paper underneath the tree, because you can't take these apart because even they're screwed in, but they're also wood glued in. So I couldn't take them apart. So I just tried to get a little creative there. So I used some scrapbook paper on that one. And then this one I'm using some buffalo check fabric that I had left over from Walmart, I think from the fall, but it was for their Christmas. So they probably still have it out actually. But Dollar Tree has some really cute fabric too. And so again, I just put it underneath to trace it. And I found that technique actually worked really well. And the sky's the limit with this project of the different things you can do to this. I mean, you can add embellishments, you can paint them all, or you can just use different fabrics and different styles and stuff, or you can do different textures. I mean, these things are so cute, and they look really cute in the center of a table as a centerpiece. So to attach the fabric, I'm just using Mod Podge, and I'm just going over it generously, I'll say. And to make sure that there's no wrinkles or anything in the fabric, I just use my Cricut scraper. And then this step is not necessarily necessary, but I do it anyway because I like the look that it gives by putting Mod Podge on the top of the fabric when it dries. And so that's what I did here. And this other fabric is from Joann's, and I love it. I got it last year, but they still have it this year as well. And this is more of like a flannel fabric versus the buffalo check is a cotton. So I did just kind of different textures as well to this piece. It'd be really cute to adorn the bottom part with some greenery and berries and different things like that. It would be so cute. But I love this. And there are just so many things you can do with it. So this next one, we're going to take this galvanized metal sign from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it 2 good coats of folk art milk jug. It's kind of like an off-white white, so it's not too stark white. It's kind of soft, and I really like it. And then I'm going to distress it really well, so that way we do still have some of that metal showing, and just to kind of give it a real rustic, chippy look that I was going for. So I went around all the edges to outline it with the metal, and then just in the middle as well. And then I found this black canvas from Dollar Tree, and I could not have been more excited. And so I'm just going to hot glue it to the front of this canvas. These black canvases would look so cute with like a white snowflake or something. Oh. Anyways, so then I'm just taking these pre-made bows from Dollar Tree that I just love. They're made of fabric, and because I am not good at making bows. And Plaid also sent to me these really pretty Martha Stewart stencils, and so I'm just using that antique green mixture color that I used previously, and I'm just stippling it in. Now what's really cool about these stencils is that they have an adhesive backing, and so they stick to your project and you don't have to worry about them sliding around or anything like that. And I did not have much bleed through. And the only reason I had some bleed through is because I was not using the right brush. I recommend using a sponge brush, like a pouncing brush for these, but mine was dirty, so I just used with what I had. And then that was it, and this project was finished. This would be cute leaning against a wall or hanging up or on a shelf. This next project, we're going to take one of these snow globes from Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, I love these so much because you can make actual water snow globes, which I will be doing. But this one, I did not want to destroy these bottle brush trees, so I did not add water to this one, but it still, I think, comes out really cute. So I'm just taking these trees. They're all from Dollar Tree, the mini ones and the taller ones. And if you saw my Rustic ski lodge video, which is linked down below if you are interested, a lot of all of these projects actually coordinate with what I made in that video, because I loved them so much, and I really love that woodland rustic theme for Christmas. And so I just added some fake snow from Dollar Tree, and then now I'm just taking some of this really pretty ribbon I got from Walmart, and I'm just going to attach it to the bottom. And then I had this candlestick from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm just hot gluing that to it just to give it some height. And then this project was done. So simple, quick, fast, and easy, but really adds such a beautiful winter Christmassy vibe. I just love it so much, and I hope you guys do too. So this next project, we're gonna make some fabric trees that you see everywhere, and they're so fun to make, and they're so cute to display in your home. So to get the shape of a Christmas tree, I'm using these felt ones from Dollar Tree, but you can easily just print them out on computer paper. But I just like the shape of them, and my daughter wanted these for her own little DIYs, so I already had them on hand. I did cut off the star on the top because I did not want those. But then I'm just using the same fabrics that I've used on my other projects. So this particular one is from Joann's, and I used a white paint marker from Dollar Tree, and it works really good on fabric as well. And then that way I had a guide. I mean, you can use chalk also. That's a really good way to use it, but I do put the fabric inside out, even though this particular fabric doesn't really have, both sides are good, but that's just kind of what I do. And I do fold the fabric in half, so that way I have a perfect match to cut both sides of the tree. And so I used the other two fabrics are from Hobby Lobby, and so now I'm just hot gluing them together, and I am using fabric glue, but you can use just regular glue, it doesn't matter. And so I'm just gluing the entire tree until I get to the bottom, and I'm making sure that the sides match and all that good stuff. And the fabric all the way to the left, it's a dark blue and a green, but on camera most of the dark blue kind of shows through, and so it kind of looks very dark. Now this particular one in the middle, I did inside out, but I actually went back and decided that's not a good idea to do that with these particular ones, because you don't get a precise point at the top. And I was like, I'm not making pillows, so why am I doing this? So anyways, once I got back on track, then I went back and hot glued everything until I got to the bottom, and I left that open for now. And I also went back to just using regular glue too. So now I'm just taking some stuffing I've had left over from old pillows, and I'm just going to stuff these trees. Now, while you're stuffing, if you find that there's areas that you didn't get the hot glue on, then, which I did several times because I wanted these to be kind of fluffy, and so I just went in and just hot glued them. So for the stand, we're going to take these foam dice from Dollar Tree in the toy section, and so I'm painting them using the Folk Art milk jug, and these do take a few coats. I wasn't sure if spray paint was going to withhold these. I didn't know if it was going to kind of eat away at them, and so I just painted them. You can also just take white balloons and just cover them that way, but I enjoy painting, so I just did it that way. And then I'm just taking these dowel rods. These are the 6-inch dowel rods, and I just stuck them down into the dice, and it made a perfect hole. And then I just hot glued them in, and they were done. And these are so fun. I mean, they only take about 30 minutes to make, and they're just so cute. I love them. This next project, we're gonna take this wooden tree shape from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it a good coat of the antique green mixture. And I don't for once end up distressing this. I know it's a shocker, but I only gave it one coat so that way you could still see a little bit of the wood grain through. But it still looks rustic enough for me. So then I'm taking these string lights from Dollar Tree and I'm just wrapping them around. Trying to figure out the right pattern and stuff like that I want for these. And I do have them on as well because I want to see what they look like, you know, as I'm wrapping and as they're on. And then once I got that figured out, then I hot glued the tree to this double-sided sign that I got in the Target dollar spot a while ago. But Dollar Tree has all kinds of signs like this. I just like to use what I have on hand. And I liked the wood grain of this sign. The other side is a like a distressed white, which is really pretty too, and would have looked really pretty with this, but this is the side I went with, so that way I didn't have to do anything to this sign as well. And then I just added another buffalo check bow from Dollar Tree, and then to hide the battery pack, I'm just hot gluing it down. Now, Dollar Tree does sell the, you know, I was gonna say Ziploc, the Velcro. I would recommend those instead, just to protect the batteries and stuff, but this is how it turned out. And I think it's just so cute and simple, and you can use it as a leaner sign or on a shelf or hanging it up as well. And I think this last project is probably one of my favorites, so of course I had to save the best for last. So I am going to take 2 different types of ribbon and some fabric. Now this is the same fabric I've been using the whole time. So the ribbon is from Michaels, both of them. And so I am measuring out a certain length and then just hot gluing it to this cone form that I got from Dollar Tree as well. And this took me several tries and several different cone shapes to get it just right. What I found that I was making my strips too long, and so once I got it figured out in the length that I wanted, then it was kind of rock and roll from there. So the fabric is a blue and green, but on camera it just looks dark blue or black. And then the ribbon is a dark green and kind of like it's a sparkly burlap. It was very different, but I really liked it. And so I'm just covering up the first row. And then since I had that space there, then I just decided to add another piece that was the same length as the bottom. And then I'm just going up and I'm just going to the second row and just kind of putting the strips in between 2 on the bottom row, if that makes sense. And so I was just trying to do one of each every time, and it worked out pretty well, but I did get myself a little mixed up a few places, but I think it kind of adds a little character, and no one's going to notice unless I point it out. So I'm just continuing on with the top of the tree. And now once I got to the top, I had this blank space. And so I just cut a little piece of fabric and then just hot glued it to the top, so that way I didn't have any white spaces and the top part didn't have any white space as well. And then I just continued on with the same pattern of the loops. And this is another fun, quick and easy project that really amps up your decor and makes it look so cute. And I mean, any skill level can do this, and any age really. I mean, the hot glue, you know, you could use, if you were making this with little ones, you could maybe, you know, substitute the hot glue for a different type of glue like E6000 or, you know, something like that, Gorilla Glue, and then that way you don't have to worry about them burning their little fingies. And then I just added a wooden star to the top of this and put it on top of a candlestick just to add a little height. And then this project was done. Thank you so much for watching my video. I would love to know down below which one of these projects was your favorite, and would you be recreating them? I would love to know. And that is all I have for you guys today. I would love it if you would give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. We have a lot in store for you. And thank you again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!